MX-5 6-speed stripped down. I haven't stripped down fully because if I pull out these shift forks, this one here, one there, and this one, loads of ball bearings come loose in here. But I managed to tap out the shafts so I can had enough room to pull it apart and pull the gear out. So I've got the MX-5 6-speed here on the left, MX-5 6-speed on the left here, RX-8 6-speed on the right. Exactly the same, well, other than spline count and length, but gearing is exactly the same. So this is the RX-8 6-speed, perfect meshing all the way around. I will clean it up in a sec, and obviously it will fit onto the synchro because this is one of the synchros from the RX-8, and yeah, it fits perfectly, other than there's some shit on there which I need to clean up, so I'll clean them up. I'll load a brake cleaner, clean it all up, slap it back together, but I didn't want to pull this apart fully because it's a ball ache to rebuild these. But anyway, onto the bow housings. So RX-8 6-speed, MX-5 6-speed, your 2 bolt holes here, exact same position. You've got a dowel there, dowel clearance hole there, bolt hole, bolt hole, bolt hole, bolt hole, and same around the bottom. MX-5 6-speed, RX-8 6-speed, S15 6-speed, IS200 6-speed, GT86 and BRZ 6-speed are all centre casing exactly the same. Ratios differ slightly and odd different dimensions as well. Like the tail shaft on the MX-5 6-speed, as you can see, it goes down size to that smaller size. Well, on the RX-8 it stays the same size, sadly. But this counter shaft though, I think shares a lot of the same gear ratio. So if you were to kill your 4th gear set and you just want another gearbox, you could use an RX-8 6-speed, strip it apart, nick out the counter shaft, swap over what gears you need to swap over, or if you don't need to, I don't know, and slap it in the MX-5 6-speed. If you can't be bothered to go get the C-clip mod done, but yes. So I've slapped this back together now with the RX-8 6-speed input shaft and bow housing on, then that's ready to go in the MX-5 and start mocking up the engine.
Several days later.
Engine shit's about to be assembled. Finally finished off with the gearbox because that was a ball ache. It's a ball ache. I had issues with the reverse selector there. Then I had issues with the counter shaft. That turns out, I think this flange is slightly thicker because I had issues getting the C-clip in the front. Managed to do that. I ground down the other C-clip for the front bearing, or the main bearing for it. It's all now back together. So that is the MX-5 6-speed box, or RX-8 MX-5 6-speed, modified and done. That's ready to go in. So I'll jack the car up and put that in a sec. But it's time to assemble engine, get the sump bolted on weekly, get it bolted to the gearbox, and then all in the car to work out where the engine mounts go. Fun. If the screen goes dark, just tap it. I think I made it so it goes to sleep quite quickly by accident. Oh, there's a hammer on the floor. That's funny. Oh, my lovely solid dowels. Sweet, that's them in there. Oh, don't fall, Christ. Okay, coming round. Again, this is no demonstration how to build a rotary engine because I'm not building it. I'm just doing a mock-up. That went down quite nicely. Oops. This is going to be stiff, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Got to remove one of those dowels. There we go. Then we can line that bottom housing up. There we go. So, filming footage from my good friend here, Tom. Lovely. Now, shit, where's those dowels? One's over here. Nope, get that lined up there-ish. Nope, come on. There we go. Oh my god, straight on there, done. Sweet. Okay. 17mm socket. Da, 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 da. Just give them a good fucking nip. Straight. Cool, awesome. Now I think before I fit this into the car with the gearbox, I think I'm going to slap the gearbox on the top to ensure the gearbox does fit properly. And yeah, I don't know, just a little test fit before I slap it all in the car, otherwise I'm going to regret it if it doesn't fit together properly or something or other. Shit. See if this is going to fit up as it should do, and it has done. Jesus Christ. Sweet. No, you can get. Got it. Up there. Oh. Cool. That's good. Cool. Now, yeah, quarter train.
This is what I did the first time. Right, ready?
Go for it. That's about right.
That was a lovely bum shot of both of you.
Good. Oh yeah, sorry, let's get that out shot for the right. Oh, really need him. It's literally every Instagram female ever.
Mate,
Excuse
honestly,
me.
like, as of lately,
It's just they're all like
I'm just like, you've seen them when they're on the floor and they're changing the wheels.
yeah.
And it's just,
You need to do an Instagram. You need to do an Instagram story. We're doing that now. We're in a sec.
honestly, I see it
Oh,
so
has anyone
much.
seen the Jack?
No.
Yeah, I mean this side as well. Look at that! Oh my god.
Mate, you need a mat or something underneath that.
How high would it go?
Is that safe?
I'll put a axe
The
stand
car
on.
is literally just coming this way.
Yeah, I'll put an axe stand underneath now.
Yeah, mate, I'll
Where's one of those rubber mats in that? Just there.
Parkour.
Cool.
Yeah, I will.
Do a little Instagram now. You might become part of the car, check, or I will.
Either.
Yeah.
I'm either going to have crushed pins or you're going to have a crushed upper half.
Oh, this is so heavy. Why am I doing this? So I can't even fucking get. Don't do anything silly.
Can we leave that under there, please?
No. I'll put that back under there in a sec. Just got to rotate my gearbox into place. That'll do, yeah. Now put that back underneath again. I keep shitting farts out from my arsehole.
Yeah, it's really, you know, kind of what happened.
Okay. If you can,
Is that Slag? Hello, Slag. You're on YouTube now.
no. the bow housing, if you could like so gearbox is now in. Not sure if you'll be able to see, but yeah, power plant's bolted on, gearbox is in, and as you can see, got the clearance around the subframe either side. There's not much difference, and that's with the RX8 bow housing now on. The gearbox is now in and fully bolted up. Oh, just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't do any funny business. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is bolt the sump on to the engine, then drop the engine, screw in, there we go, drop the engine into the car to work out where it's going to sit once it's bolted to the gearbox, and then sort out engine mounts hopefully. So yeah, fun time, not really, but it is. This is fucking heavy. Take that to the edge so I can get the sump. Oh my god, that's risky. Sump pan on, which I'm pretty sure, other than that wanting to play funny games, sits there. Yeah. So get a load of these 10 mils in. There's one. Shit. There's one in. Another one in there. Sweet. Getting that close up shot, yeah. Nice. I'm not going to put all these in, just enough in so that it stays in place where it should do, to be honest. And at some point I'll clean these all up. I'm going to chuck the rest back over here. In the box. Oh, fuck. I forgot how heavy this gun is. Okay. I need to lift it this side. Make my life a bit easier. So close. It's still recording. Yeah, sweet. You can't speak, no talk. Oh fuck, Jesus. Getting caught on everything. Now. Oh my god. Okay. So it's almost where it would sit. Okay, now I need to try and lift this gearbox and get that locating on. Fucking plants. Shit, okay. Pause this here. I'll get back to you when this is bolted together. Oh. So finally, after a very long period of the day, sorting out the gearbox to go together properly. Yeah, it is it. Other than it could go a little bit to the left, or I notch it a bit more. That's in. Sorry. Yeah, after hell of a lot of work on clearance of subframe, finding out what hits the fucking sumper stuff, which I'll show you now. It's actually in, and it's bolted up, completely flush with the gearbox, and it's currently sat on the jack, which is on the gearbox bow housing. But you should be able to see there, it's just touching the power steering pump, but it's clearance from the subframe there, and that side there, they're fully sat. So other than it need to go that way, I have had to clearance this corner here, which I'm not sure you'll be able to see. I've had to clearance the subframe because this notch here for the steering rack, which I don't want to move and adjust. So I've had to notch the sump, which I will fill in with a plate or something at a later date. But otherwise, with the sump bolted in, that is it fitted up. I've had to loosen this off, but with that still back in position, which actually if I grab this with the other hand, if I was to pull this across, this will drop in, which means it wouldn't be touching the sump there either. But otherwise, it is clearance all the way around and bolted in place. And yeah, so a lot of people, what they ran into an issue of the oil filter being here on the RX7 boxes, because I use the RX7 box and the MX5 tail shaft. Because I've used the MX5 6-speed, it's brought it out so far that this is now clearance. I've not had to notch this. But even though this is clear, I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to be making a little plate that bolts up. Oil will come from here to an oil filter they'll mount around here. Out, I might put a little fucking front mount oil cooler back in through the TSI and then to the back here, straight in, down to the two things, then out of here, across either the top or between, and then into the front iron for the external oil mod, because I've got a solid downs. But otherwise, the engine is actually in and bolted up. My god. So even though I've not actually got much done this week, I've been busy as hell trying to just get stuff machined up. Pardon me, I was about to... I have to say the engine's now in, clearance, the subframe and everything is actually bolted up with the gearbox, which is great. Now I've just got to sort out engine mounts. So I need to get the prop shaft back in there, because there's no reason for that to be out. And then yeah, I need to get the engine mounts done, which is going to be next difficult part, which I've got to work something out of that. I've got to clearance that bolt down at the bottom for the bracket down there. I've got to clearance this side a little bit more, and then I've got to try and make some kind of bracket engine mount thingy there. And then this side's all right. I might be able to get away with a plate that comes out an angle, goes through here, and then just use a bolt hole and engine bush, and then the exhaust manifolds are going to be very tight, coming out, join around here, and then down under the gearbox. But yes, that is incredibly tight. But otherwise, I'm well chuffed that it's in place. Happy days. So I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to try and document a lot more of this sort of stuff. And actually, before I wrap it up, I will pull the engine out. I'll show you where I'll clearance on the sump, which if you really want to make another custom steering column mount, you could, and move it across to something or other, you could, but I didn't really want to. I'm trying to keep as much as possible, and then just going to big thick plate everything. Yeah, so I've had to notch the sump annoyingly, but I'll sort something out with that later date. But yeah, I'm going to pull this out and show you where I've notched and see what the subframe looks like wise. And in fact, the gearbox is actually in there, which I'm well chuffed. So I will show you that in a sec, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up today. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today, I don't know, because I did get some clips through the week explaining stuff. But while I'm here with the engine in there, I'm going to slap the ITBs where they should be fitting. There we go. So yeah, obviously the individual throttle bodies, because of the run is there, they're probably going to sit, oh Christ, probably going to sit about there-ish. Not too bad, to be fair, which will be kind of awesome, to be honest. And it's not going to interact with that because I've already got a manual, a block plate in for the manual brakes. Yeah, it should sit about there, which will be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait. Damn it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get this out, show you where clearance, and then I think wrap it up for the day. I'm knackered. So this is back out. This is obviously the chunk I've notched for that corner. I'm probably going to have to relocate the oil fill cap, which I don't know, I'm going to do that yet, but we shall see. But yeah, what I'm going to have to do is just make a plate and it goes up both sides, clearance that. But otherwise, all of this as fine as it is. Because you've got to notch pretty much this edge out all the way up to here, come across, and then this side you've got to keep. So you're notching that the sump itself for this corner here, because you don't want to disturb the steering wrap. And what I can do is put a nice big thick plate and all around here, but I'm gonna have to modify the sides now for the engine mounts, but I'm getting there. So Gearbox now in, done. Sort out engine mount stuff now. Happy days. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the day. And upside down rotary engine. But yeah. Oh. Cheers, Tom.